In this lecture, we'll study clocked SR flip-flop. Let us see the difference between flip-flop and latch. In last lecture, we have studied about latch. Latch is the circuit whose output depends on the inputs S and R, whereas flip-flop is a device in which the output depends on the inputs S and R, as well as another input is known as clock input. Both latch and flip-flop are memory elements in sequential circuits, but latch does not have clock signal, whereas flip-flop has clock signal. Now let us see how to derive a clocked SR flip-flop from SR latch. Let us draw the SR latch which we have studied in last lecture. This is the SR latch using NAND gate. Now using this, we'll try to implement the clocked SR flip-flop. In clocked SR flip-flop, the one input of the first NAND gate and this one input of second NAND gates are connected, are shorted and given to clock signal. So this is the clocked SR flip-flop, which is derived from SR latch, where one input of first NAND gate and one input of second NAND gates are shorted like this, and it is given to clock signal. Now the output depends on S and R as well as the new input known as clock input. So the block diagram of clocked SR flip-flop can be drawn as these are the outputs, S and R is the input, and along with this we have the extra input known as clock input. The clock signal will be shown by this symbol. Let us draw the clock signal. So this clock has two edges. This is called positive edges of the clock or rising edges of the clock, whereas these are called falling edges of the clock or negative edges of the clock. If the flip-flop is depends on the positive edges of the clock, we can call that flip-flop as positive edge triggered flip-flop. If it depends on negative edges of the clock, we can call it as negative edge triggered flip-flop. Now we'll compare the functionality of SR latch with SR flip-flop. Here the input signal is S. When it is passed through NAND gate, the output of NAND gate is S bar. Similarly here it is R bar. In this case, if we consider the positive edges of the clock, then the clock signal will be 1. If we consider S is equal to 0 and the clock signal is 1, the output of the first NAND gate is 1 and the output of second NAND gate is also 1. Suppose if we consider S input as 1 NAND with 1 produces the output as 0. Similarly, if we consider R is also equal to 1, then the output of second NAND gate is 0. So now we can observe that when clock signal is 1, the output of the first NAND gate is complement of the input, like S bar is complement of S. Similarly, for this NAND gate, the output is complement of input. So here the output is complement of input. Therefore, as long as the clock signal is high, the SR flip-flop functions like SR latch. Now let us write the truth table for clocked SR flip-flop. The inputs are clock, S, R, Q and Q bar are the outputs. Let us write the status. When clock is 0, irrespective of input S and R, there is no change. When clock input is 1, when S input is 0, R input is 0, the Q bar output is same, that is no change. When clock input is high, when S is 0, R is 1, the Q output is 0 and Q bar output is 1. The status of the clocked SR flip-flop is reset. Similarly, when clock signal is 1, S is 1 and R is 0, the flip-flop is said to be set. When both the inputs are 1, 1, the flip-flop is not defined, or it is called indeterminate state.